What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Spanko, and today back with Tony.
Hello.
Tony's here, and you're doing a pure Rokket profile.
The purest I could try to make it. I mean, like, here's the thing. There are safe routes in there, but they're not there for the reason you think they're there for.
Okay, that makes sense. All right, so what's with the sales pitch?
Honestly, kind of thinking about starting my YouTube channel, just because I feel like at this point I'm making enough deck profiles where I kind of just want to be able to not like just do them on my own. But I don't know, like whenever that happens, I'll get to it. But this is my sales pitch for it.
All right, so there's the sales pitch. If you guys want to see Tony open his own, or start his own YouTube channel, I should say, let him know in the comment section down below and show him support, because you've been doing a lot of profiles for the channel, bro, and people appreciate it. So anyways, let's get into this one.
Okay, so a few things I'm going to go on ahead to say.
I should say I appreciate it too.
Oh,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah.
There's two modes for this deck. There is the generic mode where you do play things like quad bore and all those, but then you have the tactical nuke option, which I'm going to talk about later.
Okay.
But the idea behind this deck is that because Striker Dragon came out a while back, you will never it's very hard to it's very hard to brick with this deck.
Okay.
And you're going to be using this to make a lot of big boards, just depending on how you open your hands.
All right, so let's get into it.
Okay, so obviously we have your 3 Rokket Tracer.
Yep.
So for those who haven't played with Rockets in a while, Rokket Tracer is your Rhoda-esque card of the deck. You can target one card on the field, face-up card on the field, blow it up, and then special summon one rocket from your deck. This is a quick effect, which means that theoretically you can chain it to something like an activation of any spell, and blow up that chain to that spell and blow it up and get a monster.
Perfect.
The only stipulation is it locks you into dark monsters from the X deck for the rest of the turn, which is not a real big deal because 80% deck, all your deck is dark, and that's how you're going to be making a plays. The benefit is it's also a tuner.
Okay.
And that lets you make things like Savage Dragon and Synchros all the way.
Okay.
Then you have 3 Magna Rokket. Magna Rokket, I think, is just one of the stronger ones. It's probably the strongest one you got, going second onward, because the idea behind this is that all the rockets have a shared effect. Well, every rocket except for Rokket Tracer, where if they're targeted by a Link monster, you can blow the rocket up, and then apply an effect.
Okay.
Magna Rokket has the effect where if it's targeted by a Link monster, you can blow it up and then send one monster your opponent controls from the graveyard non-targeted.
Okay.
So this is the strongest level of removal you have in the deck.
Okay.
And the idea behind this is that you're going to be using your Boro monsters to target these, and then Boro monsters can be changed to, so then these can trigger, and then they'll get rid of your opponent's board.
Yep.
And it's the idea that you're simulating a gun being shooting bullets out of the deck.
Okay, that makes sense.
Moving on, we have the Silver Rokket. Silver Rokket is the one that you'd rather want to have going first.
Yep.
The idea behind Silver Rokket is when it's targeted by a Link monster, you could blow it up to then look at your opponent's X deck and banish a card out.
Okay, so this is another form of disruption, technically.
Right. The next one I play is one Anesthesia Rokket. This one is a little interesting. A lot of people don't play it, and I don't understand why. Because while these are good, and the idea behind this is that these can do removal, this card shuts down effects in motion. When it's targeted by a Link monster effect, you can just blow it up to then negate one monster's effect on the field and prevent it from attacking.
Yep.
Permanently. So this is really useful against things that, like, theoretically, let's say a unicorn that drops from the board, or something that has a big effect on the board, because then you immediately can get rid of the effect that these can't respond to.
Okay.
So that's why you play this. It's also level 1, and that's important for certain options. And to a lot of people, this is a lot of rockets. You generally shouldn't be playing this many rockets. But in this specific build, because you have Striker Dragon, you can never brick with them just by the effect of your field spell.
Yep.
We have then 3 Absolute Router Dragon.
Yep.
If you're playing this many rockets, you could definitely play Absolute Router Dragon. It's special summon itself from hand whenever you have a rocket on the field. And when it's sent to the graveyard, you search for a rocket monster.
And it can be sent to the graveyard by any means.
Same for any means. You could Foolish it, you could Dragon Shrine it, and it gets you your rocket. So it's a nice, neat way to get into your Tracer.
Okay.
Also, I will point this out later on. All these rockets have an effect where at the end phase of the turn they're blown up, you can search special another rocket from your deck.
Yep. So they'll float.
Oh, we're getting metal here. Next up, we have the one Red MD. It's a dragon deck. You can summon an Awful Guard Dragon. You know how that works.
Yep.
Then we have one Destrudo, because it's essentially a way to do your Guard Dragon plays, but it's also a synchro material. It's another extra body. Good for that. Then we have, in this case, technically 3 safer. Or 2 safer. You can actually have 1 safer.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was supposed to give you an extra safer for this. I'm sorry. Spanko is sorry.
No, but honestly, like, I never actually really use safer as much as you think I do, just because I don't play the full safer engine. I know it's a 1-card combo, but I feel like this card is more useful just to have that option, but I don't like it compared to other options.
Okay, yeah. It does take your normal summon, right?
Yes, and the reason I would partially do that is because I don't play the What Light Dragon.
Okay, yeah.
I don't play enough like actual lights in this deck where if I open the Dark Dragon, I'm gonna be able to get it out.
Yep.
And I don't want to have to rely on having a brick in my hand, especially since my opening hand is so reliant on my hand being able to be playable.
Yep.
So instead I play 2 Veilers sometimes, that's not bad. The Veilers are effect negation for those very rare specific things that you can out. So that's an option. We have the 1 Levineer because if you play Lights and Darks, you have the option. If you play Safer, you have the option.
Yep.
Then we also have 1 Galactic Spiral Dragon.
Oh, so this is a newer card.
Yeah, so this like it's seen its way in like some deck profiles, but honestly, I feel like it's good in this deck. If you control 2 more Light or Darkness Dragons, you can special this from your hand or graveyard.
Yep.
Then once per turn, you can make everything level 8.
So it gives you rank 8 plays.
Yes. And it gives you rank 8 plays that you could get from anywhere. It's it's extender from any scenario, so it's just a dragon out of nowhere.
Okay.
Moving on, we have then 2 Grid Sweeper. So this is something that a lot of people don't see. A lot of Grid Sweeper has 2 effects. If there's a field spell on the board, you can special this from your hand.
Okay.
In the graveyard, you can banish it, and a link monster, pop a card in the field.
Okay.
So realistically, you will always have your field spell. Your deck has a link 1 out of any level 4 lower dragon that makes your field spell.
Yep.
Which means these are always live in hand. But in the graveyard, it means that after your turn is burned through, you can banish stuff like your guard dragons that aren't necessarily useful to do removal.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, so yeah, okay, so it provides another layer of removal for
Yeah,
you.
it's also an extra body on the board if you want to make Saryuja or Borlo, because those ones don't require specifically dark monsters.
Yep.
Then we have 3 quick launch for spells.
Yep.
Quick launch summons a rocket from the deck. It gets blown up in the end phase, but you'll probably be summoning Tracer, so who the hell? How
Yep.
cares? Then we have a lot of reborns. We have 3 War Legacy Guard Dragon.
Oh, baby.
This is your revival. It shifts your dragons, and that's really useful for guard dragon plays.
Yep.
You have 2 Boar Regenerators. This is like a premature burial for the deck. You target one of your rockets in the graveyard, summon it back from the field. If this card leaves the hit, you banish the monster that was equipped to it. And if the rocket you brought back is destroyed, however, you draw a card with this.
Yep.
So it's good, and it's good for the board load. It's good just as an extender. You have the 1 Reborn and the 1 Succession. Just more ways to make essentially 1 dragon sometimes make the entire guard dragon board.
Okay.
Then we have the 1 Boot Sector launch. So this card is key for this deck. I kind of want to play 2, but it's bricky at more than 1. The idea behind Boot Sector launch is that it has 2 effects. The first effect is, once per turn, you can summon up to 2 different rockets from your hand. The other effect is in the you can also, on another turn, depending on the surplus of your opponent's monsters, summon rockets from your graveyard to the field to match that difference.
Okay.
And it's just so it's a comeback card at best. It also gives your rockets attack.
Which can maybe be relevant, maybe?
Yep.
Maybe?
Sometimes, not as much. But, like, I mean, like, if you really want to, like, OTK with just mini rockets, go ahead for
Yeah, it could, I guess.
1 Dragon Ravine, you play Romulus, so you're going to search this, and it's a good way to dump.
Yep.
2 more dumps in the form of Dragon Ravine.
Yep.
This gets you into, you could dump Destrudo, you could dump Absolute Router, that's how it is. Foolish Bear, the same idea. And then 3 Call by the Grave. Just stop hand traps. This deck actually
You
has,
need your combos to go off.
Yeah, the combos for this deck need to go off. 1 card that you can play later on is another option, but I'll go into that later.
Okay, okay.
For the extra deck, we have the following things. You have your Guard Dragon combo, LP and Pisty. These can be really easily set up, and you set this up where you actually can't get Ogred on the LP,
Yep.
so you're fine. Pisty, obviously, for continued place. You have the 2 Striker Dragon. You play 2 just because it's just a quick link into anything. You get
Yep.
in the grave, and that means your Reborns are always live. Your 1 Satellite Dragon. This is the Dark Dragon link that you want to play a lot of times, just because it's easy to make. You have the 1 Romulus. This will search your...
You make that mid combo, right?
You make that early combo,
early
because
combo,
if you have somehow resolved the effect of Tracer, you can no longer summon this. So you want this as early as possible.
Okay, okay.
Then you have the Saryuja plays.
Yep.
The Borosho Dragon, OTK. Borolo Dragon, 500 defense, also trigger the rockets.
Yep.
You have a Dingirsu for your rank 8 options, and then you have your Savage. And you may notice, there's actually only, I think, 13 cards here or so?
13, yeah,
12
something
cards.
like that. Yeah, 12
12
13.
cards here. And the reason behind this is that this is where it can be varied. You can either play, in this case, the Erratic Sphere and all those options as well.
So all the generic dragon
Options.
Yeah.
Or, if you really want to be funny with it, you can play what I call the Tactical Nuke option.
So tactical nuke. So what is this?
So this is well, you can make a big board. Sometimes you just don't want to play Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
And when that happens, you can FTK your opponent with this deck.
Oh, okay.
Or you can, I guess, nearly consistently FTK with this deck. Sometimes it glitches out.
Okay,
But the idea behind this
mark?
is you'll be using you can swap out this Galactic Spiral Dragon for Catapult Turtle, and you'll be launching a 1,700 beater onto your opponent for 9,000 damage, or 18,000 attack beater for 9,000 damage basically through an upstart.
How do we do this?
Oh, we'll get into that in the combo video.
Okay.
But the idea behind this is that you'll be using these, and you can use these, and like if you see it's gonna happen, you make it.
So you make these if you choose to play Catapult Turtle over Galactic.
Yeah, and then essentially this replaces this can be replaced this because if you don't play Galactic, you don't need this.
Yeah. Okay. So you can just make any other Link monster at that point.
Yeah.
All right. So do you want to show us the combo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Once again, this is gonna require just some test hands.
Okay.
So when I get to power shuffling, I'll get to that.
Oh yeah. Well, we have to power shuffle 3, 2, 1. Okay. So. Tony.
Okay, so obviously, some people don't want to see FTK, so I'll do the normal combo video first.
Okay, so without the Catapult Turtle FTK.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's say I don't open Red Eyes, because if I open Red Eyes, I feel like I've auto-won this. This will do, actually.
I mean, yeah, the Tracer...
If I really wanted to, I could actually do the quick launch instead, so I could save my normal summon later.
Interesting.
Summon this, or... Let's get a
Summon one and then summon Striker. So I have a question. Why wouldn't you normal Tracer, activate Quick Launch, and then activate Tracer?
Because you want to make Romulus first.
Oh, yep, makes sense. Yes, you did say that earlier.
Activate the Tracer, summon this back. Honestly, in this case, I'm not going to even use this just yet. See, what I can do is I can activate the Guard Dragon
So this
first.
is your extra monster.
Summon back the Dragon.
Oh,
Take
okay.
these two away first. I'm going to make the Romulus now.
Yep.
And the Romulus
So this is on field.
is going to search me the Ravine.
Yep.
And activate the Ravine, discard the Galactic Spiral.
Oh, because Galactic Spiral can be summoned from grave, right?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Absolute Rattle is going to trigger and grab me another Rocket.
So at this point, you still haven't normal summon.
Nope. But I'm still not going to need to. So get rid of the Ravine now. Activate Blue Tech Launch.
Yep.
Summon two.
Yep.
Gonna make the first one link away. Then make LP here.
Yep.
Gonna link the second away. Make Striker Dragon.
Yep.
Gonna activate LP's effect. Since, in this case, the arrows that are 0.22 are not LP,
Yep.
if they ogre this, who cares?
Ah, so this is how you make LP Ogre proof.
Yep.
'Kay.
Summon Red MD. Red MD effect, summon back Tracer. Yeah, honestly, any dragon. Also, I have a Call by the Grave Hand, so this combo's happening.
Yeah, this combo's gonna happen no matter what.
Alright. Next up, gonna link these three away.
Okay.
Make Boarload.
Okay.
Gonna link this away. Make Pisty.
Yep.
Pisty effect.
Summon back Red Eyes. Yep.
Effective Tracer. Or effective
Yes.
Red MD, summon back
Yep.
Tracer. Alright, now what I can do in this specific case is that I can link these two away. Make the satellite. I'm going to activate Tracer's effect, blow up the satellite.
Yep.
And
So
this,
Tracer will summon.
yeah. Let's say,
Yep. Oh.
see now, if you had an extra way, however, of actually summoning back the Magna, summoning another Rocket, you also get an additional ability in this case. You can summon. You would have two Rockets on top of that, where you could then use the Tracer to blow up your Rocket instead, to then summon a Silver Rocket of the deck.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And then use this to
you
get
get
rid of
that.
effect.
Yeah.
Instead, what I'm now going to do is now that I have more than two Darks in the graveyard, I'm going to summon back Spiral.
Yep.
And I'm going to sync over these two first. Summon Boiler Savage.
Yep.
Savage effect activates.
Putting Romulus, I'm assuming you put.
For Romulus, I can put. Honestly, Satellite has more attack.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Okay.
Activate Spirit Dragon, make everything level 8.
Yep.
Activate these two, make the Ingirsu. Arguably, you can also, if you think about it, make
Harbinger?
45.
Yeah.
You can't make Harbinger because you've already used the effect of Rocket Tracer.
Oh, is Harbinger not dark?
It's not, it's light.
Oh, okay, okay.
So now you have this at minimum. This will be your board.
And that's like, that was an okay hand.
That was essentially a hand where you again, this hand, you can make your hand pretty much out of practically anything.
Everything is a 3-0, so yeah, you will be seeing everything. And so you have Borreload, Savage, and now you have protection for both of these.
Yes. If you want it, you can make this into a 45, and 45 is just negation as well. So there's three negations. On off chance scenarios, if you have if this card was, let's say, an extender, for example,
Yep.
you can what ends up actually happening is that you'll be using on the end phase, you'll be using this effect to blow up the trace to summon another Rocket, right?
Yep. And that's assuming this is an extender.
Yeah. Let's say, for example, this was a let's say another quick launch, for example, right?
Yep.
I'd be using this to instead blow up with a tracer. And then when I synchro at the end phase, that Magna Rocket that I've blown up,
We'll summon silver,
silver from the deck.
and then you get one other extra deck.
You get the silver. You're gonna trigger Board on the end phase, target the silver, take one of the extra deck. His spec will trigger since you were still in the same end phase, and summon out of Anesthesia Rocket. Now you have 3 disruptions.
So that's with one more extender.
Yes.
But even with Call by the Grave, technically Call by the Grave isn't Disruptor as well, because you could just set it, and then if your opponent tries to...
Oh yeah.
Right?
Like you'll always have, like, even without this, so like it's a way to stop your opponent from, like, I guess, making a play. You could set it. It's not bad. You even get Tracer in this case, because the Nears will protect the Tracer from ever dying.
Oh, that's true.
So at least even then, like, Tracer will give you anything you realistically need when you need it.
And this is going first, but going second, you can do the same thing, and this is, I think, OTK, right?
This is more than okay. You could, instead of making that, you make Borsod.
Yeah,
and
you
funny
make-
enough, Borsod is itself, you don't even need the second monster.
Yeah, because this will send on summon.
This will
This
be
will
damage. and
big
then this
big
just-
monster, and this will kill.
Yeah.
So this board essentially can OTK and or just be Disruptor's turn 1.
Yeah. It's OTK, like, it's really
Do you
easy
find
for this deck to make.
Do you find this is the best way to play Rocket right now, or like in a pure sense?
If you're playing a pure sense, yes. I think in terms of Rocket itself, Tracer Dragon gives you the same kind of options as, I think, Salamangreats, where you one monster can be
okay.
many monsters. 'Cause
Okay,
you
that
can
makes
keep
sense.
you keep getting them in the grave. And the nice part about it is that as long as you have a way, as long as you have enough dragons, you can always end on these Borload, and Borload is still strong. Like, think about it. If you make Borload against, let's say, what's the
I mean, it used to be
you
really
can-
good against Thunder Dragon, but I
you
guess
can make
Thunder
against
Dragon-
you can make against Spirals, they literally have no out.
Yeah, I don't think they have
You
it
can
out.
you drop their one Appaloosa, even a 32 down, and run it over.
Yeah.
And then what monster did they make at that point outside of another Borload that gets over that? They can't
Yeah,
target
they
it with
can't.
Sleeper. They can't do it, get rid of it with Trigate Wizard.
Yep.
So then they don't have an out, and they can't respond to the effective drop attack.
So Borlo is actually a pretty good monster to make for turn
Yeah.
1.
So sometimes, like, again, when I was testing against Spirals, I just made Borload, and then one off of that.
And then
because
if they
most
couldn't,
builds
yeah,
don't
if they couldn't out that, then you could just go to work.
Yeah. Slowly, eventually, I would grind it out. Because even when I started targeting rockets, they can disrupt the rocket. I'm still going to float with them.
That's the thing, yeah. So regardless, they're gonna go up. All right. Well, thank you for the profile. I appreciate it. If you guys want more of Tony, shout out to you. Thank you for being on the channel again. If you guys want to see more of Tony, like this video, subscribe to the channel. With that, guys, Spanko and Tony. Signing out.
My hands steady, I feel ready, but my legs heavy, I don't get it. How come I haven't hit it already? Still working, I'm still learning, I'm still searching, finally earning something, finally turning something called a profit. If I hear you talking shit, don't get caught in it. I'll be popping off and hit your ass, dropping all your shit. Yeah, I promise this, I got promises, you ain't stopping this. Cross my shit.